Wait, what? So you? Yes! 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 Yes!
Congratulations.
Salamat po. Salamat. Yeah.
These are all made in this.
Oh, now they give that one. Now they give that.
That's what I wanted.
It gets better and better.
89920.
If I get one, that'd be great. We'll see. We'll see.
Check. I'll get your reaction. I got a lot, so. Oh, this is the one I want for you guys. Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
899
Thank you.
142.
Yes!
Yes, I got it.
That's my son. This is my youngest.
I love that. That was pretty cool, man.
I mean, this is a great one.
Yes. Evie, Charity, come here. Picture.
Join your did we get them?
I did.
Oh my god, you got. Oh my.
He's youngest brother.
He's amazing.
Whoa! Careful. Wow.
It's a sign.
He's a science spinner too.
Oh. Yeah, we met.
Get it before tonight. Let's clean. Yes, this is great. Michelle, hallelujah. You didn't meet him at my birthday. Hallelujah.
Is it? It's still recording, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I will take pictures.
Oh, picture. With your prizes. Mama, with the prizes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to go? Yeah. Of course. Okay, picture. Go there. No. Oh, yeah, that's here. Oh, the tickets. Let's clean the tickets here.
And he is like without a doubt.
Yeah. How many did you buy the whole roll?
Okay, picture. Everyone.
Come on, many things.
Hold on. Okay, I'll ask. Let me take a picture.
JC.
There.
Which one should I press?
Oh, it's recording.
Oh, it's recording? Hold on, let me. Awesome.
Yeah. Look at them. Look at those two men.
Amazing. Alright, hold on. Let me take a picture of my phone. Ready? 1, 2. Alright. That's me. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Ah, there he is. Thanks, brother. Yes, brother. That's good.
I'll send it to Meriden and Steve.
Yeah. Thanks. Hey, what's your name?
JC.
JC. All right, very good. Thanks.
I said CJ.
Cool. We can spin this. Just spin it. Well,
Thank you for joining us today to honor Michelle and Carlos, their baby nursing team. Happy National Nurses Day. Raise your hand if you're a nurse. Raise your hand. I'm Genevieve Joconda. I'm on the board of PhilPro. I also had the privilege of being in the same batch as Michelle, most recently in November. So PhilPro is a community partner, but also one of the hosts of today's event, along with our other alumni, J.R. Polano, this is his space, Dynamico. So if you guys ever want to use his space, please look up Dynamico. So thank you, J.R. He's also a PhilPro alumni. So we're here to celebrate, Filipino nurses, the Filipino community. I don't want to take up a lot of your time, but there's a bunch of other speakers after me. But I think it's so important that we have people like Michelle to help share the stories of our community, so that way it's not lost, right? And that's not forgotten. Filipinos tend to not be recognized, right? We keep our head down and we just plug along. But I think it's important that we celebrate ourselves and we celebrate our community and we lift each other up because we deserve it. And so on this day, how appropriate that we're here to celebrate and to have the screening, the Northern California screening of Nurse Unseen. So I do want to bring up a couple of people to speak. I'll first call on Mario from our partner Suma Filipinas to say a couple of words. Go ahead, Mario.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mario Demiro with Suma Filipinas. We're the Filipino Cultural District, south of Market. Our community's been here for over 100 years in San Francisco, and we're trucking along, creating new dynamic ways to remain in the city, to preserve our community. And one of our strategies for anti-displacement and anti-gentrification is through the arts and through culture work. And so we're a sponsor of the CamFest, also for the film event tonight. And we just really applaud efforts like this that are done through film, that are educational, that are empowering for our community. And so we just want to give a big shout out to the filmmakers and to all the organizers of this event. Just on a little personal note, I really wanted to come tonight because my mom is a nurse. I have like 6 cousins that are all nurses, so we're a nurse family, as is all of our community, right? And when the pandemic, in the throes of the pandemic, when on our family chats, we would hear a lot of the stories from my cousins in nursing, how fearful they were, the conditions that they were experiencing in their hospitals all around the country. And I remember thinking about just their resiliency in every day going to work and making sure that they stayed with their mission to save people's lives. And I also just want to share, through my mom's experience, my mom worked abroad. She was the first of her family to leave the Philippines. She worked throughout Africa throughout the 70s and 80s and was able to really support her family to go to college, to eventually become nurses themselves, her nieces and nephews. And eventually, at some point in the 80s, they wanted to go back to the Philippines because they had, done their thing abroad. But it was during the martial law era, and it wasn't safe to return back to the Philippines. So we ended up in the U.S. And I share all of these little tidbits and stories because I think it's important to also just connect that my experiences of the past, past generations of nurses and healthcare workers aren't isolated, that they're all a part of a bigger struggle that our community faces as Kababayans in the U.S., as migrant workers abroad, to really come together to step up to the challenges collectively that our community faces, whether it be related to healthcare industry, whether it's related to community and affordable housing. There's a lot of issues that permeate that affect immigrant communities and our community in particular. So just thank you again to all the nurses that do the mission work to save lives. Thank you to the filmmakers to project these stories. Us as a cultural district, super honored to be here and to just celebrate this moment. So thank you.
Yeah.
One of our other partners for this film and campus is the Filipino Nurses Association, and coincidentally we have Lourdes here, so I just volunteered her to say a couple words. So, Lourdes.
Yes. Hi everyone, I'm Lourdes Mulger, President-elect of Philippine Nurse Association of Northern California. So I just want to thank Michelle for doing this film and everyone for celebrating the nurses. We've been there since day one of COVID, taking care of all of our patients, working overtime day and night in all of the settings. We did not stop. So just representing everyone and celebrating all the hardworking nurses throughout, the time, migrants, and just thank you for doing that. And
Yeah.
So now I'm actually going to call up Michelle to say a couple of words.
Yeah.
Hey! I didn't prepare anything. I've come from about like a month of burnout just trying to get this film done for all of you. We've had some tremendous screenings. This will be our third screening, our Bay Area screening. This is what you call a credit card film. We poured all of our finances, our blood, sweat, and tears into this project, and all of our resources and sweat, just because this is a film that really needs to get made. This is a special community of people that don't often get the spotlight, and for me, coming from this community, being here in this country because of my aunt who came here in the 1960s as an exchange visitor nurse, this is a story that definitely needs to be shared on a more widespread level. So I am so touched and blessed and honored to be at CAMFest, to be in community amongst all of you, to watch this film the way it needs to be seen together in community, so we can really just honor the legacy of these nurses, talk about everything that we've gone through with the pandemic, and really unpack and process and hopefully heal and come together as a community through stories like this. I always say, if we don't tell our stories, who will? Or someone else will, and they might not say it and tell it in the right way. It's important for our community to amplify our own stories, especially stories that often don't get told. So that's why we call it Nurse Unseen. I hope, hopefully after this film, you guys won't feel so unseen anymore, because there's so many of us who see you and support you and love you, and yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for being here. And now Michelle's work husband, Carlo.
Thank you, Jamie.
Oh.
And thank you, Michelle. So when Michelle first asked me to be part of this project, she told me that she's from a long line of nurses, starting from her great-grandmother, and I was like, my mom was a teacher, a lot of our family members are teachers, we don't come from a line of nurses. And then my mom actually pointed out that my tita is here in the audience this evening. She lives here in the Bay Area, and her daughter, Michelle, is a nurse in the Philippines. So we do have some connections, and I'm just very grateful to be here in community, as Michelle was saying, everyone here as well. Thank you so much to our community partners. Thank you very much. PhilPro has been amazing. I bring up the poster because we actually have all of this swag that we're raffling to raise money for the film, because as Michelle mentioned, this has been a credit card project, so we're still fundraising, and we actually have some amazing books, including Professor Kathy Choi's Asian American Histories of the United States, which she has generously donated to the cause, so please, as well as, of course, the seminal text, Empire of the Air, also written by Kathy. So please, buy raffle tickets. We have amazing swag here as well. This poster, which has been signed by the filmmakers, is also part of that prize. Before I forget, thank you all so much for being here, for watching the film. Nurse Unseen is actually eligible for the Audience Award. We had the amazing pleasure and privilege and honor of receiving the Global Health Documentary Award at Cleveland International Film Festival. So Nurse Unseen is award-winning already. But what we want to do is we want people to show up. If we win the Audience Awards, distributors and people who want to show this film will realize that there is an audience. If this film is winning audience awards around the country, there's an audience for it. And we feel that there is an audience for this story. Happy International Nurses Day. Happy Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Heritage Month. We have so much food. There's a lechon, right? Please have some lechon. We need to leave here at 6:30 to make the screening. We don't want to be Filipino time tonight because the movie will start at 7:15. and it's over at the Great Star Theatre. So thank you all so much for being here, and please support Nurse Sensei.
Australian.